Hey guys, how are you? Gonna be doing a planning direction. Continuing directions to Robert's Justice proceeding for a turnabout. Piece 2. This one is episode 5. I'm only gonna do part of this, and I'll do the rest of it the next day. Finishes up. I would do it all the way, but I really don't like doing long ones. So it's I mean, we'll see. So there's info down below to like and subscribe to the person creator. As I checked, this one was about the two kids, Scootaloo and Attorney Page, were proven innocent, and Sweetbell was taken away because apparently her blood was up in crime scenes. And I'm not sure how that happened. More likely, she probably just accidentally cut herself or something. I know she and the others are obviously. Come on, they're adorable little buggers. So, let's see what they can figure out in the investigation. Yeah, that's working away. I hope I got all the ads off. Yeah, I don't know why people always add, oh yeah, to make money off ads. I don't make a penny off my stuff. I just do it for the fun of it. I really need to update my image.
How did the trial go?
My photo.
Hey, Spike. Well, we won.
That's great news! So, Scootaloo and Turning Page
The
are
rap
off the
movements
hook?
is kind of weird.
Yeah, they are.
So, why the long face?
Where do I even begin?
Oh, Spike,
I mean, they are ponies.
it's awful, I tell you. Awful!
Huh? Rarity?
Especially it didn't pull up the
What
drama
happened?
couch yet.
God! They've arrested Sweetie Belle! Why? What?
Wait. What?
Probably just
You're
to
not
interrogate her.
saying-
They're not gonna
Yeah,
do anything bad to her.
Scootaloo and Turning were proven innocent, but the evidence now implicates Sweetie Belle and another pony named Sugar Stamp instead.
Huh? Miss Sam and Sweetie Belle? Are you serious?
We are, Spike! It was horrible!
My theory is it's probably all an accident like every other turnabout.
Serves her right for not believing in Scootaloo.
That's kind of a dick move, Rainbow.
I beg your pardon!
Yeah, Rainbow. What do you mean by that?
I mean exactly what I said! Sweetie Belle suspected Scootaloo the entire time! And not only that, she kept quiet about everything that happened that night!
Yeah, she did sound suspicious.
Forgotten? Sweetie Belle herself said she didn't suspect Scootaloo! She just didn't want to risk interfering with the investigation!
She wasn't even
You buy that?
at that.
Why else
what
did
happened
she
to
act
them?
so shady? Perhaps
Not the
she was
investigation,
mad
but at the
because a certain Pegasus
nighttime.
was harassing her from the very beginning! Well, maybe if she wasn't so obviously lying, I wouldn't have to confront her about it!
Children
Now
are
work on her!
always
Arrested
lying.
for murder! Are you suggesting that she's somehow actually responsible? It would explain a whole lot, wouldn't it?
Girls,
It is in Rebecca's nature to
this
get a little
ain't getting us
offensive.
anywhere. We need to.
Dare you insinuate my little sister would ever kill any pony? She's just a child!
There's plenty of human children who murder their parents. Just saying.
When you get
I did it! I killed her! She's dead! Ow! 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 Mommy! Mommy! Oh, yeah, that's right.
arrested for murder, every pony thinks you did it! No
There's a
matter
lot of
what.
psychos out there.
And because of that, this justifies presuming
The
you
law
guilty.
kind of corrupts people.
Rarity, please. You gotta calm down.
Calm down? Calm down? Applejack, don't you
Someone
dare
sleep or sleep
say
it down.
calm down! Not when our supposed friend here
Or
has
get the rag.
Does this rag smell like chloroform?
No, he's no.
sister is a criminal! If it was Applebloom whom she was accusing, you'd feel the same way. Don't tell me you wouldn't. Don't tell me you don't care in the slightest.
That's not. Land's sakes, Rarity, I do care. But
But she knows as well as any pony else that Sweetie Belle is lying.
now don't you go
Yeah.
putting words in my mouth,
Obvious.
Down. All I'm saying is...
Oh, Rainbow Dash, I am truly appalled. Out of all of us, I would have thought you'd understand the most. Understand what? What it feels like to be suspected of a crime you didn't commit. To have no pony believe in you. To have every pony turn their backs and not give the matter a second thought. Weren't you suspected of murder once?
Rarity! That's more than enough.
That's totally different!
Yeah.
Is it? Is it really, Rainbow Dash? Or are you just saying that because it helps you avoid having a guilty conscience? Stop it!
Finally, someone shut him up.
Apple Bloom? None of this matters, okay? It don't matter if Sweetie Belle did or didn't suspect Scootaloo. What matters is figuring out how we're gonna get her out of this mess.
She's probably gonna be fine.
Yes, I get it. I'm hurt by what Sweetie Belle did. And I'm mad that she didn't want to help out with Scootaloo. I get it. But I also know that Sweetie Belle is innocent. She's as innocent as you, me, Scoots, and Turning Page. She didn't do anything wrong. So that means we gotta prove that. No matter how we feel about it.
Yep.
Because we can't just abandon her. Like how others abandoned you, Rainbow. Or how they abandoned Scootaloo.
Yeah.
And Rarity, I know you're mighty upset too. I sure would be if Applejack was hauled off. But blaming Rainbow ain't gonna help Sweetie Belle neither. Pointing hooves and trying to say who's to blame.
When most people are upset, they always just yell at everybody.
All it's gonna do is make us even more
I just
upset
suppress all
and
mine.
put Sweetie Belle in even more danger. Apple Bloom. And I'm
Because no one lets me stand
too.
up much for myself, so
I'm
yeah.
scared. I'm angry. I'm upset. But I gotta be better than that. I gotta get past myself and do something about this. And we all gotta be better than that too. For her sake. Apple Bloom's right. I know every pony is upset. But we need to focus on the case at Hoof. Arguing like this is going to
I know it's supposed to be a video game, but it just kind of looks like they're just looking at us, not each other.
Agreed. If there's anyone to blame for her arrest, it's me. I suggested that the blood behind the statue belonged to the true killer after all. I just never expected the blood to be from Sweetie Belle.
You shouldn't put the blame on yourself, Athena. I took part in this as well.
This is what I need to do the rest of the investigation
All you
and
did
figure
was
out the
point what
truth.
the evidence said. It just so happens that one of our
Instead of
friends
just
got caught in the
fighting with one
crossfire.
another.
So, what should we do then?
Investigate the goddamn scene.
Ask. You
And
already
talk
know
to
the
others.
answer to that, don't you?
You're right. I do. Hey, Rarity?
Yes, Athena?
I took on Scootaloo and Turning's case, and I was able to save
Did you
them.
give her
It makes sense that you should do the
golden
same thing for your sister.
thing back?
So you're saying
If it's alright with you,
Uh,
I'd like to defend
Golden roll that's worth a crap ton of money? Just saying, it is hers. She give it right
none
back
of
to
us
her.
want to see a friend
That was a
accused of
crime thing-
crime they didn't commit.
Thing, but it's still
So I promise
hers.
we'll also make sure that Sweetie Belle gets the acquittal she deserves.
Exactly. With Twilight by my side,
And Athena by mine, we will prove her innocence together. Yes! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Please bring my sister back to me! We won't let you down, Rarity.
This will be a very interesting conversation for the humans to have to the other people. I was in the magical world helping magical ponies.
I'm sorry, but I'm
Sure
still a little
you were.
confused about this case.
Have you
I
been
mean, what do we
smoking
even
some
know
stuff?
for sure? Well, we know that clones were involved.
Clones? Are you serious?
Yeah, but that's absolutely crazy. Does that mean we have 2 victims we're dealing with?
I was wondering the same
I always
thing.
thought when one clone dies, it
Royal
dissipates.
orders.
you're right. This is crazy. It's still hard to believe,
Unless you have
even though all
twin-
the evidence points to it being true.
I mean, it is proven we all have at least one person that looks exactly like us.
Everything that we know and need
Somewhere
to
out
know.
there.
I'm your secret clone, and you soon will be dead.
Meg, where are you?
I'm right here, Mom.
Center around figuring out what he did and where he did them.
That's a good idea, Twilight. But where would we start?
How about when he first got home? We know that was when he learned what Turning Page was doing from Fair Devotion.
Right. And afterwards, he teleported to Froggy Bottom Bog. We know that because it's...
I always assumed that Everfree Forest is way bigger than that.
Joke can be found.
But why would he teleport to Froggy Bottom Bog in the first place?
Maybe it was because he thought Turdy might be there.
He probably had something else going on that he didn't even know about
When he
Turning
couldn't
Page.
find his son at the bog, he then visited the mirror pool. But how could he have known where it was?
On top of that, why would the mirror pool be his next instinct? Why not immediately try to head off to find Turning Page somewhere else?
Like I said, he probably had another thing to deal with.
Either. Even if our mirror pool theory explains why Royal was away, it doesn't explain how he knew about it.
Regardless, he made a clone, and the two of them
What, doesn't every single pony know about the mirror pool?
One of them headed to the clearing, and the
Peach
other
probably knows about it,
statue.
and she's a gossiper.
And we know what happened on the way there.
You mean when Scootaloo crashed into something on the crossroads? Because she was distracted by the Timberwolves?
Oh, right. Those things.
Exactly. We
We
managed to
couldn't even see
establish
anything
that
met
was
one of
one
those
of the Royal Order
Timberwolves.
clones. The crash resulted in the scooter breaking and the left handlebar stabbing Royal Order's head.
It must have been too much for Scootaloo at that point. And that's why she fled.
Thinking you'd stabbed someone? It'd be too much for anyone, let alone a little kid.
Does that mean Scootaloo killed that Royal Order?
No, that stab wound must not have been fatal since, based on the blood trail, that Royal Order managed to stand and head over to the Nightmare Knight statue. That was where he was killed, impaled on the statue's base somehow. The Timberwolves in the area then ate the body and lapped up all the blood afterwards.
Well, not quite all of it. There
I
was
didn't
blood behind
know
the statue
those
which belonged to
wooden
Sweetie Belle,
dogs
mixed with
actually
Royal
drink
Orders
blood.
in front of the statue.
And that's why she's been arrested.
Oh, Sweetie Belle, what in Equestria were you doing there?
Well, wait, what about the other Royal Order? The one that went to the clearing?
Well, we determined that it was at the clearing where that Royal Order died, not at the castle.
It could be the same
But
Royal
because
Order
his
that
body
just...
was found at the castle by
Oh, wait.
Sakura, Diamond Tiara, and Silver
Oh,
Spoon, along
oh, wait,
with
they're
the
not too
wagon,
far
Silk,
apart.
Capes, and Scooter. The police arrested Scootaloo for murder.
But that doesn't make any sense. Scootaloo left those things at the crossroads after she crashed. How did they make it back to the scene?
Yeah, and how'd the body get there as well?
That's where we believe Sugar Stamp was involved. The imprint on the bottom of the wagon matches the badge on her mailbag. We think she transported the items from the crossroads.
And the body that died at the clearing by flying all of them over the forest to the
She is
castle.
not...
But
One thing I learned about Pickles,
why
they
would
aren't
she
that
do
strong.
that?
They can barely
Because-
carry one.
she's the killer?
We can't say that for certain just yet. Regardless, that should be everything we know so far.
I mean, in the show, they could barely carry one pony, so...
Wow.
I don't know if they can carry a pony and
So complex.
the other
How
thing.
can you keep track of everything that's happened?
Welcome to the
I'll leave
class.
that to Widget, rather than give myself a headache.
We're still left in the dark about a lot of things, sadly.
Who's we? What
So
are
where do we
you
go from
doing?
here?
What we should do first is go to Sweetie Belle. She's probably at the detention center by now.
Scootaloo and Turning Page might be there too, so we should talk to them as well. Maybe we could even speak to Zakora if she's there.
We'll also need to talk to Diamond and Silver.
Yeah, it should
Since
be
they
fun
were behind
rhyming
the
to us
blackmailing,
the entire
they
time.
might know something that could help us out. Although, I'm not sure if they'd be willing to cooperate, considering what we put them through today.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. What else?
There's also the Everfree Forest. Now that we know that the clearing and crossroads were involved, we'll need to investigate them thoroughly.
Looks like we got our
And
game
watch
plan.
out for the wolves.
Let's first head out to the detention center. Boss, you coming with us?
Of course.
I should come too. Sweetie Belle needs me.
But what about your
You will.
job?
And Rainbow? Ooh, yeah. She still doesn't look happy. As much as I don't think it'd be a good idea for her and Rarity to be together,
Who
Rainbow
still
needs to
doesn't
come
want to hug
too.
her?
You probably want to join us, right? To check up on Scootaloo?
Angry boy, he's a cute pony.
Yeah, I'll come along.
Applejack? What about you?
I appreciate the offer, Twi, but there's still some work to do at the farm. And I reckon it's time to take
Rarity, what about
back
your
too,
job?
before some pony else causes trouble for us. I mean... Sorry, girls. I didn't mean to sound insensitive.
It's alright, Applejack. I
I
understood.
have Asperger's. I'm always insensitive because I just say it as it is.
Everybody's been real nice.
Well, that's because you have big jugs. I mean, your boobs are huge.
It's going to be a while before those three patch things up.
Trouble? Me?
You know what I meant, Sugar Cube. Now come on, let's be all. Take care, y'all.
Yeah. Good luck, every pony. In which case,
And every
we
human.
better get going.
Wait a second. I want to come too.
Of course. Well, she has nothing else to do.
I'm just so bored just staying in the castle while you guys are going off all over Ponyville.
Then just wander around.
Trucy, we're already bringing enough people as it is. I think you should just...
Please, Daddy.
No.
I really want to go.
Alright. I can't say no to that face. Just behave yourself.
Yay!
I take it you're going to stay here again, Apollo.
Not a chance, Athena. I'm coming with you this time around. For my own sanity, if nothing else. And besides,
It's gonna be an interesting
you never
crowd.
know. Maybe having an extra lawyer on this case will yield us some helpful results.
He's a lawyer?
Sounds good then. Even though being in
I don't
this
know their
world clearly
profession.
troubles you, you're still just as willing to lend a hand. I shouldn't have expected anything less. Thanks, Apollo.
Then on that note, I think that's everyone. It'll make for a somewhat crowded detention center, but that can't be helped.
Gotcha, boss.
I'm pretty sure they have
Ready,
limits.
Twilight?
Just a sec. Spike, you don't mind?
Sounding a
right
note.
here when you need me, Twi. Don't you worry. Now go off and say Sweetie Belle.
We'll do our best, Spike.
Oh, I thought she was
Okay,
gonna send a note
everyone,
to Celestia or
let's get
something.
going.
Back in the detention center. Looks exactly just like the ones from the human version games.
Hmm?
The only difference is they have horses.
It's you guys again.
Yeah? We're here to see Sweetie Belle. Is she here?
She's currently in questioning right now. You'll have to come back later.
Jeez. Talk about a stake in the mud. This guy never lets up, does he?
What about Scootaloo and Turning Page? Are they still here?
Miss Fair Devotion stopped by a moment ago to pick them up, Your Highness.
Pick up? You mean Scoots is at Turning and Fair's house right now?
I don't know where else she'd be.
That's all I needed to hear.
Why did they make that type of face?
Wait! Rainbow!
Let her go, Twilight. I kind of expected that to happen.
Fine. I have some more questions to ask anyway.
Such as?
Why are you so negative all the time?
What? I don't, what?
Can you tell us what happened to Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon?
They were
Aren't all
questioned for a
all
little
ponies
while,
supposed to be
then
friendly?
they were later released with no charges filed against them. Their parents came and picked them up not too long ago.
No charges,
He's like
huh?
a guard who's just
No
done with
prizes
his
for
job
guessing why
already.
that is.
He's like, let it
I
end
guess
already.
that
The
means we
shift
better
end.
go talk to them later then.
There's another thing I'd like to know. Where's the Cora?
She left soon after the trial was over, and was seen heading back to the Everfree Forest.
Straight back home, I suppose.
After what you put her through, that zebra deserves a lot more than rest, that's for sure.
Thank you.
I'm well aware of
so
that.
much for that.
Anything else?
Just one more thing, actually. Is Private Eye still in Canterlot?
Correct. He and his team are currently tracking down Miss Sugarstamp.
And when will he be back?
Whenever they find her, I should think.
Yeah.
Gee, thanks. At this point, I don't know why I expected anything from this guy.
In any case, Miss Sweetie Belle will not be released from questioning for some time. If you have any further questions, ask them now. Otherwise, I have to get back to my shift. I already have a long enough day as is.
Right. No, I think that's everything. Thank you for your help.
Yes. I'm pretty sure his day's just
Well,
standing around.
what's our next course of action?
We should go to Fair Devotion's house, since that's where Scootaloo and Turning Page are. Rainbow Dash has more than likely made it to them knowing her.
Then we should do just that. Let's go, everyone.
Seriously, why can't he get a...
Wait a moment.
Instead of that pink
What
thing,
is
why
it,
can't
Rarity?
they change its color to something else? Come on.
I'm going to stay here. I want to stay.
Oh, for
We'll
Sweetie
all
Belle.
be able to see Sweetie Belle as soon as she gets out.
But don't you need an attorney to even be able to set foot in here?
Well, yes, but...
You guys get going. I'll stay here with Rarity.
Oh, you have
You
something to
will,
do.
Polly? Really?
I said so, didn't I? What's the matter?
I think she's just surprised that you're being so casual about hanging around anywhere but the castle, I guess.
Hey,
He likes
come
the castle
on.
more
I
than
don't hate
anything.
everything about this world, you know? And besides, I'd like to help out Rarity. Even if it's just a bit of legal advice. I'll do what I can.
I truly do appreciate it, darling.
And this has absolutely
I
nothing
like
to
in a
do
human
with the
world,
fact
they
that
always
she's
have...
letting you use her
Every time
hair
Rarity
products
says
while
darling,
we're
she
here.
has to put a quarter in
Not at
the
all.
jar.
It's not like that. Like I said, I don't hate everything here. Rarity, for instance.
He's a brony to
what's
be.
the word? Refined. She takes herself seriously. I can appreciate
Yeah,
that.
that's what you're thinking about.
My, you certainly are a charming young man, aren't you?
Right.
Yeah, you're
All
thinking
right.
about that.
Sounds good, Apollo. We'll meet
Marshmallow
up with you
butt.
later at the Everfree Forest then.
That's your sense of humor?
I was just kidding. God.
Jeez, you open your mouth for a joke once and that's what you come up with?
That's messed up.
I was just trying to be funny.
Get out! Get out! Go on! Get out! Go on! You get out of here!
Right. Good luck, you guys. I'll see you there.
This was definitely drawn by a kid. But then my art style is crappier, so...
That's odd. Why was the door left unlocked? Do you think Miss Devotion forgot about it?
And you
I'm
just
not
walked
sure.
right in their house?
Maybe Rainbow Dash forgot to lock it after she arrived. Though I don't see her around.
Oh, Princess Twilight, Miss Sykes. I suppose I should have expected you. Though not all of you.
She seems out of it. Not quite tired. Melancholy? I guess with
I mean,
everything
she did
that's
lose her
happened,
husband,
I would be
so-
too.
Good afternoon, Miss Devotion. Sorry to barge in unannounced like this.
It's all right, Princess Twilight. But what are you doing here? The trial's over.
It is, yes. But we wanted to stop by and check on Scootaloo and Turning Page. You know, see how they're doing?
I see. That's rather considerate of you, Miss Sykes.
So,
Why the
may we see them?
negative attitude?
I suppose so. Follow me. They're right over here.
Oh, hey! You guys made it! How was, the detention center?
Not a great deal of help, really. Sweetie Belle's
Yeah,
being
the pony's
questioned
there is
and
as
probably
cold as
will
the
be
building.
for a little while.
That blows. And, what about Rarity?
She decided to stay there along with Apollo for when Sweetie Belle is released.
Right.
Released?
How are you doing,
She's
Scootaloo?
a suspect.
Else is doing
Or-
just fine.
no,
Isn't
it's
that right, Squirt?
accused.
Let Scootaloo speak, Rainbow.
Right, yeah. Sorry.
I'm okay, I guess. I'm just really tired.
Tired?
Yeah, I mean, before I was super excited and happy, but now that the trial's over, it all just kind of hit me at once. How intense it was, I mean.
All you need is a little rest, that's all. Then you'll be up and at 'em in no time.
I just hope Turning's okay.
Yeah. Plus her parents run around and help her out.
Princess Twilight.
Ever.
Every pony. What are you doing here?
Hi, Turning Page. We wanted to check up on you and Scootaloo. How are you holding up?
I guess I'm okay.
This really has nothing
really
to do with the
trial's over,
trial.
that's for sure.
Like, what's
As
Sweet
am
Belle
I.
stuff.
And I suppose I have you three to thank.
Huh?
So what's the real
Us
reason
three?
you're there?
But it was only Twilight and me.
Yes, and I am grateful for your efforts in defending Turning Page and Scootaloo. But I must also thank Princess Luna.
Why would you thank her? She tried to pin the blackmailing on you. Aren't you the least bit mad about that?
On the contrary, I was well aware that Princess Luna planned to accuse me from the very beginning.
And they did bother to tell why? The
Yes,
others?
Princess Luna actually proposed the idea to me before the trial began.
And you went along with it? Knowing that you could have been charged for a crime you didn't even commit?
Of course, Princess Twilight. How could I refuse? The lives of my son and his friend were on the line. I would have done anything to prove their innocence. Anything. Besides, it worked out in the end, as I hoped it would. Thanks to Princess Luna accusing me, you two were able to expose the truth and get Turning and Scootaloo's acquittal.
Talk about self-sacrifice. Maybe this is where Turning gets that from now that I think about it.
Hang on a second. Does that mean Luna was aware that the magazines might have been planted in your house?
The possibility had crossed her mind, yes, but she had no way of proving it. She decided, instead, to work with how the evidence was discovered, and hoped that the defense would be able to provide an alternative theory.
Which led to us learning that Diamond Tiara had planted the magazines here.
Exactly.
All this intricacy. It's almost as if Luna knows everything about the case. It makes me wonder why she even bothered prosecuting Turning and Scootaloo in the first place.
Well, not everything, remember? She didn't know about the clone until we were able to prove it existed.
How did she not know
about
it?
She's
She's
been
been
behind
around
the
for
statue
thousands.
belonged
Oh wait,
to
no, she
either.
was in prison on
Not
for
until
1,000
Sonata and
years.
Private Eye revealed it to her after the trial, in any case.
But even so, if she was so dead set on proving Scootaloo and Turning Page innocent, why didn't she at least let us in on the plan? She told Miss Devotion, she told Scootaloo and Turning. Heck, Zecora and Private Eye may have been in on it as well. Everyone seemed to know what was going to happen during the trial, except for us.
Yeah.
Doesn't that seem a bit counterproductive?
And rude.
You do have a point. She even went to great lengths to ensure that we didn't know she was the prosecutor. Her actions do seem rather contradictory in that regard.
Princess Luna, what drove you to be so secretive towards us? We're all on the same side here, aren't we?
I think
that
she's
reminds
just
me.
trolling them
Has
or something.
Princess Luna expressed any knowledge about whoever sent that anonymous tip?
Not that I know of. And we don't have a clear idea of who might have sent it either.
That is unfortunate.
Why do you ask?
No reason, really.
She has secrets.
If it hadn't been for that tip, Turning Page wouldn't have been involved, and Princess Luna wouldn't have had to resort to accusing me.
We do plan on asking Private Eye later to see if he knows anything about it.
Then I do hope you are able to discover its sender.
Athena? Twilight?
Yes, Scootaloo?
I'm really worried about Sweetie Belle. You said that you weren't able to talk to her at the detention center?
No,
She's
we
probably
weren't.
bawling her eyes out.
But as we said, Rarity's there, along with Apollo, so she won't be alone. Don't worry.
Well, if you are able to talk to her later, are you going to ask if she'd let you defend her?
Rarity already gave us permission, but we do plan on offering Sweetie Belle directly. Yes.
That's good to hear.
Well, let's hope they can get the right info.
What's wrong, Scootaloo?
I don't know. It's just this case, Royal Order, Sweetie Belle, everything. I'm just scared, I think. I don't know what's going to happen next. And what I did to Royal Order.
That is life.
Well, one of them, anyway. How I accidentally stabbed him with my scooter. And
that was
how
gnarly.
Sweetie Belle, she might have done something similar. Something that she doesn't even fully remember.
Having to recall something unpleasant you did is, admittedly, never a great feeling. But it's through these recollections that the truth is eventually uncovered, Scootaloo. Just like with you today. And no matter what might have happened, it's better to be aware of it than live in ignorance. I can't say for certain what Sweetie Belle did or didn't do at the statue that night, but whatever it was, we'll find out. I'm sure it'll show us that she didn't kill anyone.
That's right! Chin up, kid.
Alright, now
I'm sure
let's
Sweetie
gather
Belle will
some
be just
goddamn info
fine.
instead of just
Athena and Twilight
chit-chatting.
will clear her name, just like they did with you and Turning
Chat,
Page.
chat.
Really? That's not what you said earlier at the castle. Well, you know, it's just what Applebloom said.
I
Rainbow
kind of
Dash?
forgot what they were arguing about in the castle.
What's Twilight talking about? What did you say earlier?
Well, look.
Yeah.
Sweetie Belle wasn't exactly being all that helpful when you were arrested, remember? I'm still a little miffed about that.
You can't sweep that all under the rug, Rainbow. Sometime soon, you'll have to come clean about what you're really feeling. Not just for Scootaloo's sake, but yours as well.
Oh, I understand. I guess I'm still bothered by that too. But it doesn't make me any less worried, though.
We'll do our best, Scootaloo. You have my word.
Thank you, Athena.
So what Turning said is true.
What do you mean, Miss Devotion?
When I came to pick him and Scootaloo up, he told me that Sweetie Belle was arrested.
Yeah, it was proven that she was in the forest that night. But she wasn't involved in Royal Order's death. It's just a coincidence or something.
Yeah, you need a...
What did she just say?
Miss
Okay,
Devotion,
lady, speak.
I know this is a difficult time for you, but would it be at all possible for us to ask you a few questions about your husband? It might help us clear Sweetie Belle's name.
I suppose so. What would you like to know?
We learned during the trial that, for the past month, Royal Order's been away in Canderlot. He was apparently even offered vacations, but turned them down. Any idea why he's been away for so long?
Yeah, who turned out vacation?
It's more of a recent development, if I'm being honest. My husband's job has kept him busier than usual lately.
He used to come home to us whenever he had the chance. He looked forward to it, he told me.
And why not
Did
accept
he
the
ever
vacation?
talk to you about it, or say anything about why you'd been spending so much time away?
Well...
No, not really. He kept his reasons to himself.
I guess that's personal.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. She's hiding something. Turning seems like he may know the reason, but as long as Fair's here, we're not going to get it out of him.
Because he spent so much time away, Canterlot had almost become like a second home to him. He had a travel case prepared for every time he had to go.
A travel case?
Probably got sick and tired of her
Is
husband
there any
being gone
chance
all
we
the
could
damn
see
time.
it?
I'm afraid not. It was seized by the police yesterday. According to that gentle Colt investigator, it was important evidence.
You mean Private Eye?
Ah, yes, I believe that was his name. You'll have to ask him about it.
We'll make sure to do that.
That was weird. Miss Devotion acted like she couldn't remember his name, but I didn't detect any hint of sudden recognition when Twilight mentioned it.
Hey, Daddy!
Yeah, Trucy?
You know what today's date is.
Nope.
The date? Well, it's February 14th.
And yet there's still a lot of greenery
Of all the
outside.
places for
It's
Mr.
not
Right to start,
silly
it's
or
not
nothing.
gonna
What
be
the
here,
heck?
Trucy.
I know what you're thinking, Athena, but it's not about that. I just noticed something, and wanted to know if I was right.
Sorry. What was it you noticed?
This calendar hanging on the wall. See? There's a date circled in red here. Today's date. Did you plan on doing something with your husband today, Miss Devotion?
I mean, it is Valentine's Day after all.
You mean Hearts and Hooves Day?
Hearts and
In our world, Valentine's Day is based off of a
Yes.
Valentine's
It's a
Day
holiday where you
murder.
give special attention
But
to
was
ponies you
changed
appreciate,
to a
or
lovey-dovey
your
thing
special sun
instead.
pony.
Kind of weird, but yeah.
Special sun pony?
It's basically a term that you'd use to refer to some pony you're dating, or in a relationship with. On Hearts and Hooves Day, you'd see a lot of couples giving gifts to their partners.
So, it's exactly like Valentine's Day.
In regards to your question, yes.
It's a little personal,
I
though,
did have plans for
for her.
today. Royal and I were going to go to a fancy restaurant for dinner. But I had to cancel it after that whole incident with Spoiled Rich.
Was that why no one was home when I came to get Turning 2 nights ago?
Yes, I was out at the time, canceling my dinner reservations. I had hoped to reschedule it for a later date, but obviously, that doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
How dare that mare demand anything from us? After what her daughter did, I oughta...
Turning page. That is quite enough of your
Yeah.
outbursts.
But, Mom, surely you can see that it wasn't right.
Yes, and it also wasn't right to attack those fillies either. Need I remind you of what it led to?
Yeah.
You're right. It is
Some
kind of my
fighting
fault,
isn't worth
isn't
it.
it? I mean, you had to cancel your dinner plans, and then Father...
I'm so sorry, Miss Devotion. I didn't mean to drag up sad memories.
Life is full of sad memories.
It's
more sad than
all
good.
right. We'll manage. We'll find a way. We always have.
But what about Miss Stamp? I feel bad about that too.
Huh? Why's that?
Turning?
Well, because she and my mom were childhood friends. She's probably the closest pony to her.
Really? Is that true, Miss Devotion?
Yes, it is. We're close.
Huh? Seriously? She's hesitant to even say that. What gives?
In any case, I think we should let these kids rest. They've had a long day. Thank you for coming to check up on us, but I do think you had better get going. I wouldn't want to impede your investigation any further. Rainbow Dash, why don't you take Scootaloo home?
Sure. Yeah. That sounds like a good idea. We'll actually head back to the castle. If you guys need us, that's where we'll be. You ready, Squirt?
Just one more thing. Twilight? Athena?
Yes, Scootaloo? What is it?
Just, please, regardless of how hurt I feel, please find a way to help Sweetie Belle.
We'll try
Well, they're obviously going
until the very end.
I'm blind. Okay, we're good. Now we're gonna see everybody smooching up all around town.
Well, that was abrupt.
And we aren't much closer to the truth either. By the way, did anyone else get the feeling that Miss Devotion's hiding something?
No, she is.
Yeah.
Definitely. But what could it be? And why?
If it could help us figure out what really happened to Royal Order, I don't know why she would keep it to herself. Unless...
Are you thinking that she might be involved in his death?
I don't know. She might just be trying to protect someone.
Whatever the case,
Maybe
I
she's
don't
with
think
that
Fair
mirror-
Devotion's
that
about to tell us
Pegasus.
what she knows. At least, not at the moment.
I guess that's true. Where to next then, Twilight?
I forgot what they were
I
talking
think
about.
we'd
That
better
one lady
go and
she was
visit
talking-
Diamond Tiara's house.
Short, honestly,
Can't
short-term
say I'm
memory.
really looking forward to that.
Me neither. But, yeah, let's get going.
Alright. Where the heck are they? Oh, Diamond Tiara's room. Hey! She has even a poster of herself. What the heck?
Nice to see you, too. Your dad, Mr. Rich, let us in, actually. We were hoping to...
Miss Sykes? Princess Twilight! And I guess these must be your friends? Yes. This is Phoenix Wright and his daughter Trucy.
And he's dressing a bunch of random people in their house. Sure, why not?
Hiya! I'm Trucy. You're Silver Spoon and Diamond Tiara, right? It's really nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, Trucy. Did you come here to gloat? Rub your victory in our faces? Well, we aren't going to give you the satisfaction. Come on, DT. I doubt they're the
I could
types
see
to
her,
do that.
Diamond Tiara being
Twilight definitely
swirling into high school.
Fine.
With that attitude.
Actually, we're just here to ask a few questions, if you don't mind. Well,
Or shoved in a
really
locker.
have a choice here. Daddy will probably make my punishment even worse if I don't cooperate. What about you, Sylvie? It'd be our pleasure. What do you want to know?
What do you know? He may have bailed his daughter out, but Mr. Rich still seems intent on disciplining his child. Guess he's not the rich snob I imagined he'd be.
He's not,
Well,
but his
I
wife
think it'd be
is.
best if we start with your testimonies.
She's a
Are
full
you?
Yeah.
Oh, come
Yes.
on! We already had to testify in court. We have to do it again?
That's not what I meant, Diamond Tiara. I just wanted to clarify a few things about it, really. And besides, I'd rather eat nails than slog through any more testimonies from you both.
Well, all right. But there really isn't that much to talk about.
Nevertheless, I'd like to ask anyway. First of all, was there anything wrong in what we discovered during the trial as to the events of the night of the murder?
No, it's exactly as we said. We arrived in the forest around 9:15 and got to the ruins at 9:50. 10 minutes before we said the blackmail negotiations were going to happen.
I don't see a watch on you.
And you already know the rest. Scootaloo and Turning Page showed up, we got into a fight, and that colt threw my tiara in the gorge.
And after we got the tiara back, that was when we saw Royal Order's body. And also we saw Zecora coming our way. After that, we ran off, not wanting to get caught.
Right. That still matches with everything they said during the trial.
Is it true, though, that there were 2 Royal Orders? And that one of them was a clone?
That's what it certainly seems, yes. Why?
It's just that Colt. He must be very upset right now.
He is.
Oh, he is, yeah.
But he's putting on a brave face for himself and his mother.
Well, that was a surprise. I honestly didn't expect Silver Spoon to care about Turning Page. And you never saw any poniards while you were running away?
She is usually the friendlier one.
Nope. No one.
Or the more caring.
I don't think so. But then again, my glasses were broken, so it's not like I could have seen a whole lot.
That must mean neither of them saw Sweetie Belle in the forest.
And I'm not wearing my glasses,
all
I'm
this
just wearing these
anyway?
goggles there. Not
Don't you already know
glasses.
everything that happened that night?
At least I can see read up close.
Have a good idea of most of the events. Yeah?
Then why are you bothering asking us again?
It's because we need your help. You see,
Oh yeah, the school.
Sweetie Belle's been
Or Sweetie
arrested
Belle.
on suspicion of being involved with those very same events.
She has? But why?
Her blood was found mixed with the blood found at the Nightmare Moon statue. That proves that she was there that night, but we have no idea what she has to do with Royal Order's death.
And again, you
But
guys are
we're
being
doing
left in the dark.
everything we
You need
can
more
to try and
intel.
save her. We know she couldn't have anything to do with it. And that's why we're asking you these questions now, Diamond Tiara.
Oh.
But you two really don't remember anything else about that night? Anything beyond what you've already told the court?
No. You already know everything that happened. There's nothing else we can say.
What about Silver Spoon?
Yeah. I really wish we could tell you something more to help Sweetie Belle, but...
It's all right.
Okay, never mind.
Thank you for cooperating at any rate.
If only my stupid glasses hadn't broke! Then maybe I would have seen something!
Actually, Silver Spoon, just how powerful are your glasses?
They're definitely pretty powerful. I'm nearsighted and my vision is sometimes close to 2200.
2200? That's crazy! You'd basically be unable to see anything more than a few feet ahead of you.
Yeah.
I'm
I
pretty
can
much
see a little
blind
better
without my
than that.
glasses. That's
I
why it
just
was
can't read
really
signs
important
very
I got
far.
a new pair as soon as the first one broke.
Right. And Princess Luna said you had an appointment the day after. What time did you go?
It doesn't matter.
Around 4:30. It went on for about half an hour. Why do you ask?
No real reason, I guess. I
still
just
find
wanted
it
to confirm what
weird
Princess Luna
that
said during the
human
trial.
Twilight needs glasses, but Pony one does not.
I still wish we didn't
And
have to
Silver Spoon,
testify.
both human and
If only
Pony
my
need
glasses
glasses.
hadn't broken that
So
night.
explain that.
Heck, if only I didn't have to wear glasses.
You don't like to wear them?
Not really. I mean, I know they're necessary to let me see, but they're just so bulky and annoying.
Yep, my glasses all
Sometimes I think I
kinda
look
cut
like an
up a
old
bit.
mare
They
wearing
cost
them.
hundreds of dollars to
Granny
replace.
Smith might have a similar pair.
Don't worry, Sylvie. Yours are way more stylish than that old buddy's.
Maybe so, but I just wish I didn't have to wear them, even though I have to. You
I
know,
like doing contacts,
Well,
but they hurt my
well,
eyes
not
like hell.
you. You, obviously, Miss Sykes, since you don't wear glasses.
Actually, I was going to say I think I get what you're going through.
Huh? You do?
Yes, well, it's true I don't wear glasses. When I was a kid, I had to wear these special headphones all the time because my hearing was so strong I couldn't live properly. I hated wearing them.
Okay,
They
what?
were heavy and uncomfortable, and everyone stared at me because I always had them on. They honestly made me feel like a freak.
I mean, you kind of look cool with them.
Horrible. Who would make you wear something like that?
My mother.
Your mother?
Yes, she was a scientist, And as part of her research, she designed those headphones before she was, passed away. I thought they were actually amplifying my hearing and that my mother was using me to further her research. Like I was an experiment to her or something. It made me start to hate her for making me wear them. It wasn't until years later that I realized they were actually designed to dampen my hearing.
You could have put earmuffs on?
She was just trying to watch out for me in the end.
It sounds like she really did care for you.
Yeah, she did. I wish I had known that before.
I wish my parents were like that.
But what does this have to do with the trial?
Oh, Sylvie.
Silver Spoon? What do you mean by that?
It's just, sometimes it doesn't feel like they're really around. Like, when I went to get my glasses, Mom and Dad only stuck around long enough to be there for when I got them. Afterwards, they had to leave to go to work. They didn't even ask how I felt about the new pair.
I know
I shouldn't feel mad about
my
that,
dad,
since them working meant we could afford those glasses.
Only got
but
to see him for a few hours a day, and we never socialized that much.
I just wish they didn't have to go away all the
no
time,
parents growing up.
doing their jobs, keeping ponies healthy. Good. I know what they do is good. I'm just so sick and tired of being left behind.
Yep.
It makes me feel like I'm being forgotten.
I know that feeling more than you know.
They only ever want to spend time with me when they want to see what new medical skills I've learned. Otherwise, they don't really pay me any mind. It's why I'm even at DT's house right now. They left as soon as they brought me home. I wanted someone to talk to.
Silver Spoon.
I really relate
heart.
to that. Yeah, damn.
I had a feeling she was lonely, but it's like her heart is tearing itself apart. It's crying
As
out.
a guy, I just
desperate
bury
to
all
be
my pain
heard.
inside.
Silver Spoon.
I don't bother talking to counselors because I don't trust them.
Huh? DT? Diamond?
Look, I get it. Your parents aren't the greatest, sure, but that doesn't mean you're alone. I mean, you have me. And no matter how much you might look like a bit of an old granny, that is never going to change.
Do you really mean that?
Of course. You're my best friend, Silver Spoon.
And you're my best friend, Diamond Tiara.
Loneliness is a terrible thing.
I
should know.
It really
And from what I've seen of this world so far, there are a lot of ponies who are suffering from it.
Too long,
Coco,
your
overall
self-esteem
concept,
kind of takes
and
a
now
hard hit.
your devotion and Silver
Your
Spoon.
ability to cope with life really
But
hurts.
with these two, even though all they have really is each other, something tells me that will be enough.
That's why I don't have a lot of self-confidence in
Sometimes
myself as
just
an
one
adult.
friend is all it takes. Funny. We came here to get a better understanding of the case, but I think we got a better understanding of these two fillies
This
instead.
is really getting sensitive stuff, huh?
Well, I think that's all the questions we have. Thanks for answering them, girls.
Of course, Princess Twilight.
We're sorry we couldn't tell you anything else. But you'll help out Sweetie Belle, right? There's been enough trouble already. I don't want any pony else getting hurt.
We will. We'll find the truth, one way or another, and save Sweetie Belle.
Then, good luck, Miss Sykes. And thanks for listening to me.
You're very welcome, Silver Spoon.
You girls take care, okay?
Of course we will.
Here's us, now be it. Yeah, pause right there. That was... Man, they got very emotional right at the end. Yeah, jeez. So, yeah, they're just right now they're just wandering around, trying to not really gathering much intel on the investigation. I'm pretty sure the next part they will. But this is as far as I'm gonna go for now. I'll finish up the next one another day. Hope you guys like the reaction. Have a nice day.